Next, let me show you what trees can do in Unity. I've already noted that Unity has a couple of very powerful features just like the terrain, but the trees are phenomenal. Now here's why. You can paint an entire forest of trees and it will still run great on even a slow computer. And here's why. When trees are far away, what Unity does is it does not show the 3D model anymore, but it turns it into a picture, which is called a billboard. Because from far away you can't really see if it's really a tree or not, so a billboard will do just fine. This saves a lot on the memory and speed of the computer. Now, this ensures that you can paint entire terrains full of trees or an entire forest full of trees, and these trees can even bend in the wind. It's extremely powerful. Now let me show you how to add a tree. Just click the tree icon here and then edit trees and add tree, just like you were used to do for the grass. Now there's a couple of prefabs that we can use, and let's just start with a palm tree. Alright, the bend factor of the palm tree should be about pretty high because palm trees bend in the wind quite a lot. If you've ever been to Florida on a hurricane or seen it on television, you'd know how that is. And then click the add button. Okay, now we have a palm tree and we can use our brush, which is a little more defined than that of the grass. And as soon as we click, we start painting trees everywhere. Now, this is pretty aggressive, so let's undo this and let's go a little bit further into the terrain and paint some trees here. Now, you can change all kinds of variables here on the side. You can change the brush size. This one is pretty small, but it still has quite a big effect. You can change the density of the trees. For example, if I make it very dense and paint again, the trees are very close together. However, if I make it a very low number, you can see only a couple of trees with that same brush. Now, color variation is the variation of color in your forest, basically. So if I hide that up, you can see some of them are darker, some of them are lighter. Let's also increase the tree density a little bit here. You can change the height of the tree, and I think they were a little high, so let me change that. And that looks a lot better already. Then you can change the width of the tree and the variation of that, as well as the variation of the height. Now, this is very cool, and you can add as many trees as you want, many types of trees. But if you don't really feel like painting all these trees by hand, there's also a forest feature in Unity. To do this, just go to the terrain and then say mass place trees. Now this will bring up a simple dialog box with only one option: how many trees would you like to place? Now remember, our terrain is only 2000 by 2000 wide, so we don't need 10,000 trees on that width. So let's plant 800 trees in this environment and just hit place, and boom, as you can see, all the trees are placed right there. Now as I run my game, I can walk my character right through the trees and have some characters attack me. Extremely powerful. As you can see, they're bending in the wind back and forth. Look at how awesome that looks. Now with a little more detail and a little more of your own ideas, you can add some pretty powerful stuff. Alright, next let's move on and add some sky.